Alright, what is going on, everyone? DSP here, and welcome to the Week in Preview. Today is Sunday, June 25th, 2016. Oops. 2017. It is indeed the end of June, and that means that the summer has officially begun. This past week, summer started, and so did my summer downtime events. Unfortunately, a monkey wrench got thrown into my plans when allergies hit me really badly, which I had been suffering, but all of a sudden they hit me even worse this week with my throat swelling up. So, this video is going to explain what I'm doing in this next coming week, some cool stuff coming up like Ask the King and stuff that I'll talk about in a moment, but also kind of explain how I want to tackle this week, okay? So, if you haven't been paying attention, if you're wondering why my cowboy hat is sitting on my love seat here beside me, it's because this week saw the launch of my Red Dead Redemption, the Redux, or I forget if it's Redo or Redux, how you say it, playthrough, which means it's the second time I've ever played this game. I only played Red Dead Redemption once ever when it was a new release back in 2010. That was before the era of direct capture and live streaming, and now I'm playing through the game a second time. And let me tell you, the game is still entertaining. It's still great. The graphics with the backwards compatibility on Xbox One actually are holding up and look really good, and it's still a great playthrough. I'm having a lot of fun with the game. I'm failing at stuff. Funny stuff is happening. So everyday people are having a lot of fun with this game, and I hope that you're enjoying the playthrough so far. Now, admittedly, I've played a lot of the game. The first 2 days alone that I played it were only Red Dead Redemption. And then I ended up going on and playing it this weekend, all weekend. So we're talking, you know, a good 20-some plus hours of gameplay I've already put into the game in just a few days. So the truth is, most of you probably are not caught up on the playthrough yet. That's perfectly cool, because I'm actually going to be taking a day away from it tomorrow. I'm going to explain that in a moment, okay? And, you know, this week, yes, I am going to play more of it, but there's going to be other stuff that's going to not have it be constantly every single day this week. So for those who are way behind on it and you want to get caught up on YouTube, you'll have the opportunity this coming week, okay? Now, you may hear right now in the background loud noise. Yeah, that is my air conditioner. It is blasting full power. We had a heat wave here in Washington this weekend. It was over 90 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 straight days. So that thing is pumping to keep the house cool. And the good news is it is. But the bad news is when that's pumping, it means no fresh air. It means my sinuses get congested, which is why this week in particular, my throat swelled up and I had a lot of problems with my allergies, all right? The other thing I started this week was my Danganronpa 2 playthrough, which is a Patron's Choice playthrough that is guaranteed to be a full playthrough and is going to happen. But after doing it one session, my throat was shot. I almost lost my voice completely on Thursday. And I told everyone, listen, I can't do Danganronpa 2 when I can barely talk. Okay, I just couldn't. What am I going to do? So that being said, what I'm going to do is, yes, I am going to be doing Danganronpa 2 this week, but I'm going to play it by ear, so allow me to explain, all right? I want to do it, but I don't want to rush it. What I'm going to do is every day tentatively see how my voice feels, and the day when I finally feel it's good enough, I'm going to be starting Danganronpa 2 as my second session on stream every night, okay? So, let's talk in particular about this week, the big events coming up this week, and I'll give you my schedule and all that. First of all, Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. As of right now, the 25th, there's only 5 days left for you to pledge to my Patreon this month. The big event this month is the Gotta Go Fast Sonic Summer Marathon, by which I'll be playing either Sonic Adventure 1 or 2, or Shadow the Hedgehog, dependent on the votes of the patrons who pledge $5 or more by the end of this month. So you have 5 days left to pledge $5 or more to my Patreon by the end of June. If you do, you'll be able to vote on what Sonic game you want to see. By the way, no, it's not a guarantee that we've hit the funding level, even though my Patreon page is showing we have. A lot of people typically lower their pledges at the end of the month, so please do not take it for granted. If you want to see a Sonic Summer playthrough in early August, and you want the control over what it's going to be, you got to pledge $5 or more by the end of this month to make it happen, and to be able to vote in the month of July, okay? Now, also tonight, I'm going to be closing off the nominations poll for the indies games that people have been nominating, and I'm going to create in the next day or two, probably tonight, a poll on the KingofHate.com forums by which patrons from last month will now be able to vote on what games they want to see in the upcoming Indies Marathon. And that marathon will be taking place this month of July. More than likely, it's going to take place at the end of July, because what I'm thinking is give a week or two for people to vote. And also probably around mid-July, I started mentioning this on pre-streams, I'm going to be taking some time away. what's going to happen is probably around mid-July, 2 or 3 days, I'm going to be working tons. Like, instead of only streaming, let's say I stream, 4 hours in one session and 2 hours in another, I'm going to double up and maybe even stream 2 extra hours in one session and another extra 1 or 2 hours the other. So I'm going to be doing a ridiculous amount of gameplay every day to save up videos so I can then have those spread out to upload over the course of a few days on DSP Gaming, and I can take some time away to just relax from work and reassess myself and get readjusted and ready, because you know what's going to happen in August is all these releases are going to hit. I'm going to be super busy. And, you know, I'm going to be working my ass off like I always do. And I want to have a little bit at least time for myself before that happens, all right? And time away for things like my allergies and stuff to clear up. I need to have some time away. So that's going to be mid-July. So that's why I'm thinking this marathon of indies should probably take place late July. So yeah, so probably tonight, the poll will be created on the kingofhate.com forums. If you were a patron of mine in the month of May, you'll be able to, now you've already nominated indie games, now you'll be able to vote on the games that were most commonly nominated to see what I'll be playing in this upcoming marathon in late July, all right? Now let's talk about this week's schedule. Tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to be doing a stream of more Dead by Daylight. This is the game that released on consoles last week. I played it 2 days in a row and really enjoyed it, and I want to play more of it. So that's going to be Monday's main gameplay stream. And then Monday night, I'm going to be playing it by ear. If my voice feels good enough, then I'm going to be doing Danganronpa 2. But if my voice does not feel good enough, and if it still feels strained, then I'm going to be doing Ultra Street Fighter 4. Okay? So whichever I play, great. On Tuesday, I'm going to be playing more Red Dead Redemption on my main stream. And then Tuesday night, it'll be whatever I didn't play on Monday. So if I played Danganronpa on Monday, Tuesday night will be Ultra Street Fighter 2, or vice versa. Okay? Wednesday, again, it will be Red Dead Redemption on stream, and then probably Wednesday night will end up being Danganronpa 2 again. And then Thursday is Ask the King, the return of my ongoing Q&A show that I do every 2 months. If you have not yet, I urge you strongly, post on thekingofhate.com. The thread has been there for over a month now, where you can post up your questions for Thursday's return of Ask the King. I need more questions for the show to be good, so please post up your questions there, okay? And so then we're going to have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know, heading into the end of the month here. More than likely, it's going to be more Red Dead Redemption. I might do another stream or two of Dead by Daylight before I'm done with the game. And yes, I am going to probably want to play maybe more Ultra Street Fighter 4, maybe some Tekken 7, and maybe, yes, more Danganronpa 2 continuing, all right? The bottom line is when I finish with Red Dead Redemption, I'm going to begin with Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. So right now, I believe I'm around 60 to 70% through the game. I'm almost done with Mexico, and there's only one area left, and then the finale of the game. So maybe within this week, I'll be done with it, and I can start Dark Souls 2. Great. If not, I'll keep playing Red Dead until I finish it, all right? Now, the one thing this week that people may ask about that I did not mention yet in this video is that on Friday of this coming week, the 30th of June, is the Crash Bandicoot Trilogy. The re-release made in HD is going to release as a collection on PlayStation 4. Am I going to get it? Yes. Am I going to play it? I don't know if I'm going to play it right away, because the only game in that trilogy I haven't played yet is Crash 3. And yes, I'm aware that people want to see me play it, but I already told you I have all these plans for the summer. I have to play Danganronpa 2. I have to finish Red Dead Redemption. I have to start up with Dark Souls 2 and finish Dark Souls 2 by roughly early August so that I can start playing the Sonic game that I'm going to be playing. But I'm also going to be taking time off in July that's going to take away from Dark Souls 2. Plus, I've got these fighting games lingering that I want to play. So I've got all this stuff going on. I don't know if I want to commit to another game playthrough at this point. I mean, let me put it this way. Maybe what I could do is play it by ear. And let's say by the end of July, we still got like a week left in July and there's not a lot going on. Okay, perfect. Let's play, you know, Crash Bandicoot 3. But I don't want to say, yeah, I'm playing it, and then I start it, and now I'm juggling 7 playthroughs, and no one's getting enough of the playthrough they want in a quick enough time. I don't want to do that. So the thing is, I am interested in Crash 3 HD in this collection, but no, I'm not promising that I'm starting it this week. I may start it sometime in July, if and when time permits, okay? So, that's really it. I'm excited. You know, the summertime is here. People are coming out for the streams and checking out the stuff I'm doing, which is great. So far, YouTube, everything's going good. Everything's going smoothly. The only thing I don't have any updates for anyone in regards to that stupid copyright strike I got from Atlas this week. I did dispute it, meaning I counterclaimed it, or counter-notified it. I just got a notice yesterday, 2 days later after counter-notifying it, from YouTube that they finally got around to processing my counter-notification and will submit it to Atlas. And then Atlas has 10 to 14 business days, not regular days, business days, to process it. So if you count business days from Saturday, all right, You're talking 1, 2. I might not even get any kind of a response on this until the middle of July. Okay? When I'm planning on taking freaking time off, so I fucking hope that I get some kind of resolution before I take time off. Because if I don't, I'm going to be really angry if I'm trying to take time off and then all this shit happens in the middle of the month. But that being said, alright, hopefully everything gets resolved. I mean, I've got Atlas USA on my side. I've got Curse, my own partner network, on my side. Everyone's aware of everything going on, and therefore I'm just waiting now to see if Atlas Japan is going to just not respond, and therefore the copyright strike will be dropped. If not, and they do respond, I already got Atlas USA saying they're going to get it resolved. They're going to work with me to get it resolved, that it is illegitimate, and Curse is aware of the situation. They said they will do whatever they're going to do. So I don't really think I'm in any jeopardy. It's just really frustrating. I get a fucking copyright strike against DSP Gaming when I did nothing wrong at all. And yes, sorry, Persona 5 right now is done. It's on private. It's on hold. And I have no plans to make it public or bring it back anytime soon, because since Atlas Japan is so out of touch with what Atlas USA is doing, I can't risk Atlas Japan giving me more copyright strikes. I just can't. So everything's on hold right now until we get a resolution. I'll let you know if and when we do. All right? That's it. Short and sweet week of preview, even though I covered a lot of stuff. I hope you liked the video. For the final time, special thanks to the following May patrons who made this upcoming Indies Marathon possible. And I will see you tomorrow for Dead by Daylight and either Danganronpa or Ultra Street Fighter 2, and we'll go from there. Hopefully my voice is better. It got a lot better today, and hopefully it'll be even better tomorrow. Peace out, everyone. Thank you. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow for new stuff.